Hey everyone, Dan with True North Motos. Today we're going to go over a new product that's coming out and how to install it. So this is a secondary starter button. So we're going to call it a secondary start switch. This is a clamp to go around any of the Beta frames. So it'll work on the cross trainers, the 4-strokes, everything. On the 4-strokes, you'll have to move it further up here. It clears with the IMS tank though, we've already checked that. And what this does is it puts in a second start button that's completely independent from the stock start button. Well, mine's not stock, but completely independent from that start button on your handlebars. And the reason for this is if you break this and you're in a hard enduro race or a hare scramble or something like that, lots of guys are asking for a backup starter button. So we created this kit and we are going to show you how to install it on the bike today. Tools needed are going to be sorry, we had to do this in the showroom area. Phillips, a T20, some snips. These are optional. These are an iWis crimper. So if you want to do the optional route on this, this is what we use to crimp the terminals on. And an 8mm. You don't have to take the tank off. It makes it a little bit easier. We took it off just to kind of show you everything on here so you can see it clearly. So we're going to jump in and show you how to do this. So first thing I'm going to do, take the T20, take that bolt out, and we're going to mount the switch. So just like that. This stuff's pretty pliable, so you can just kind of hold the backside, get your bolt started, and then snug it up. Just like so. Tight and in place, hidden behind the frame for your switch. So now we can do some routing. Now this might be a little bit long looking on my bike, but the 4-strokes have a little bit different wiring configurations. So, you know, you can feed it back and tuck your wiring in however you need. I'm probably gonna feed mine down along this guy and up like that. So we can just follow that starter lead there. So, and we'll kind of leave it loose for the moment while we get our relay going. So pull that out. So this is kind of the little bit more difficult part. You're gonna want to unpin this white with red striped wire there. So you can use a little pick or a crimper tool, or excuse me, a little pick or a little screwdriver or something like that. And we're just gonna get in here and push up on that. And there's a little tab, and then you can pull the wire out. And you wanna make sure this tab on the bottom is bent up a little bit, like so. And then this is the part that's gonna be optional. So we're gonna send it with a new terminal. If you wanna cut this off and crimp this on after you put this seal for the weatherproof connector on, you can. Or if you don't feel comfortable crimping it on, you can just trim it down. Easier said than done. See how far I got there. Almost there. Okay. So now we're down to that center part. And what you can do is put that around. Take your terminal and it's going to grab at the top, so it's kind of hard to see in there, but you can see that pointed part in the top there. That's going to grab the top of this terminal here. So use my little unpinning tool that I set right here and push this guy in. Not quite all the way in yet. There we go. Heard it click. Now you can take that piece that you cut there and stuff it in like so. Get that seated all the way down. Then you still got a good seal around there. So now we'll finish kind of routing this, and I'm gonna pop this relay off and route all of this kind of neatly behind. Like so. Now we can pop that back on. Oh, except I missed the outside one. There we go. Okay, that's back down. The wire's in the right place. So gonna kind of get this ready to go back into here. So it was that bottom position right there. Okay, I'm gonna go underneath for some routing. And that's clipped back in. Put some dielectric grease or some ACF 50, some type of anti-corrosion. My bike's already got it on there. So now we got that ready to plug in. Same thing here. Use a little ACF 50, not dielectric grease, because this is a sealed connector. And that's gonna tuck and sit just like that. And then last thing you're gonna wanna do is hook that up. So we'll grab our 8. Get that out of there. Get them all lined up. This is made so it'll work on a top mount post or bottom mount post or side mount post. So we'll get that tightened on there. Bend that down a little bit and kind of tuck our wires in. Okay, so that's all I need to do in the back. You can go through and, you know, zip tie and secure that along there. And that's about it. Okay, one last part. Now that I got it all tidied up, I just wanted to show you the routing. So we have the terminal bent down. This connector sits here nicely, clears the seat. That wire is routed around back there, protected. The other part's routed underneath the relay, and then down your starter lead down there. I don't have a coil on this bike on this side because I did a dual, I got rid of the dual plug head and did a single plug head. So I just use that spot to secure the wiring to, but there's different places to tie it down here on each model. So just kind of want to show you a finished kind of wiring and routing on it. So let's test it out. There you go. Backup starter switch. Thanks, guys.